Paraguay election build-up dominated by corruption in Taiwan. A shopper receives the change for fresh produce both at the Mercado 4th Street Market ahead of Paraguay's national election in Asunción, Paraguay, April 28, 2023. In the heart of Paraguay's capital, Asunción, a tropical city close to the Argentine border, voters are gearing up for election day on Sunday with the economy, corruption, and Taiwan on their minds. The foreign nation of just under 7 million people will go to the polls to vote in what is expected to be a close contest between the slick 44-year-old economist Santiago Peña, representing the incumbent conservative Colorado Party, and the 60-year-old political veteran Aprian Alegre, Alegre, leading a broad center-left coalition and pledging a foreign policy shakeup. Pollsters see a tight race, even a technical tie. The ruling Colorado Party has dominated Paraguayan politics for the last three quarters of the century, in power for all but 5 years, but persistent corruption allegations has led to cracks appearing in their support. We never talked about politics before because the win for the Colorado Party was a done deal. 40-year-old bank worker Gustavo Berra told the Reuters in the capital. There's an air of change. The people have waken up. At the bustling Mercado 4th Street Market in Asunción, most cited the top economic situation. The fiscal deficit ballooned to 3% of GDP last year. Average annual growth in the last 4 years dipped to 0.7%, and extreme poverty has risen. The woman arranges vegetables for sale at the Mercado 4th Street Market. The fresh produce is on display for sale at the Mercado 4th Street Market. We're going backward. That is how I feel, said Nicolas Ortigoza, 32, as he served chicken switchers, squeers at his stall. There's more corruption in Paraguay than work. All I know is we have to work much harder to make ends meet. Whoever takes over the presidency in August is likely to come under pressure from the newly elected registrature to reduce spending after a splurge to ease the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic and the invasion of Ukraine. Allegri has pledged to cut energy bills, and Peña has promised to create more jobs. Whoever wins is going to have to limit the public spending because the debt cannot continue to grow. Economist and the former finance minister Cesar Barreto told the Reuters, adding it was a complex moment for any new government. The staff member of Paraguay's Superior Court of Electoral Justice pushes the trolley with voting materials. China and Taiwan loom large. In political newscasts and columns, talk has centered on the debate about whether to end the long-term diplomatic relations with Taiwan in favor of China, and the string of graft allegations against the key Colorado Party leaders. The U.S. Treasury earlier this year imposed sanctions on party chief Horacio Cartes and Vice President Hugo Velasquez, citing rampant corruption. They both denied the charges, but the noise is swaying some voters. We are lived for too long with corruption, with poverty, and with hidden drug trafficking and negligent health care, said students Aiden Markey, 19, who is voting for the first time. There is a lot of opposition to the Colorados. Not that the next politicians will be better, but we will vote for them because they suffer something different. Alegre, who on his third presidential campaign has pulled together a broad alliance of independent parties to challenge the powerful Colorado political machine, but he has come under fire from some quarters for indicating he would end nearly 70 years of diplomatic ties with Taiwan in a push to open up China's huge markets for Paraguayan soy and beef. Back in the Asuncion Street Market, the fish seller Candida Brites, 59, said her sales were weak and falling, and she was keen to have a new political leader to improve things. Customers before would buy 3 or 5 kilos, now maybe just 1 kilo. I can barely make enough to buy bread, sugar, and milk, she said, adding that after the market closes, she travels door to door sale what she can't. She can. Those of those of us who don't have much want to see prices fall, better schools, and more affordable electricity with our next president, said Brites.